Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. In today's tutorial we are going to make these really simple and easy flower bookmarks. So there is very little stitching involved and the leaves and the branch is made as a single unit, and then we connect it to the flower part. So you can use any colors of your choice for to make the flowers. Also do refer to the description for details on the things used for today's project. So this is one bookmark which I have already completed, and the flower here is in red and white. And for this tutorial I'm going to use this pink yarn. The brand is called Just Cotton, and from the same brand I'll be using the white and the green yarn as well. So the hook that I'll be using for today's project is 3.5 mm. I'll be starting off with the white cotton yarn and I'll make a magic ring first, and then into the magic ring I'm going to chain 4. So I'm chaining 1 first and then taking the magic ring out of my fingers, and then I'll continue and make the remaining 3 chains. So after the chain of 4 you need to make 2 double crochets into the ring. This is the first double crochet and the second double crochet. Now you need to chain 3 and then make a single crochet in the ring. So we started off with a chain 4 because the first chain will be considered as the first single crochet followed by a chain 3. So here we already have the single crochet, so we are just going to make a chain of 3. So this is our first petal. Now for the second petal again we are going to chain 3 and then make 2 double crochets into the magic ring. This is the second double crochet and chain 3 and connect to the magic ring using a single crochet. So make a single crochet into the magic ring. So we have our second petal ready here. Now we are going to repeat this same pattern to make a total of 5 petals. So chain 3, make 2 double crochets and after the second double crochet make a chain of 3 again and then make a single crochet into the magic ring. So repeat this pattern and make a total of 5 petals into the magic ring. So the pattern will remain the same, that is of chaining 3, making 2 double crochets, chaining 3 again and then making a single crochet. So repeat this and make a total of 5 petals, and here we are almost at the end of our 5th petal. So I'm chaining 3 again and then into the magic ring I'm going to make a single crochet, and since this is the last petal I'm going to chain 1 and pull the yarn tight and trim off the yarn. So if you plan on using a needle to stitch in the tail yarn, you can leave a longer tail. Now close the magic ring by pulling the center tail yarn. You need not close it all the way because the center we need some space to make the second row of stitches. So here, since I left the tail yarn short, so I'm using a smaller crochet hook and stitching them in to the existing stitches. So you just need to pull the yarn through few of the existing stitches, and then once you feel that the yarn or the tail yarn is hidden, you can trim off the excess. So here too I'm just pulling the tail yarn through a few of the existing stitches and then trimming it off. So as you can see, the tail yarns are hidden now, and I have also left some space at the center of the flower because I'll be needing it for this next round. So make a slip knot with the second color yarn. So here I'm using pink, and so start off with what the mid part of the petal and pull this slip knot through the center, and we have to work between the spaces between the petal. And here for the first one, make a slip stitch here, and after that we are going to chain 4. So chain 4, and after chain 4 we are going to make 4 double crochets over the petal. The first double crochet will be just under this chain, so just make the first double crochet under this chain. The second double crochet will be over the first double crochet of our previous row. So as you know, our petal had 2 double crochets in the center. So on the first double crochet we made 1 stitch, on the second double crochet we're making 1 more stitch, and now the fourth double crochet we will be making under the last chain of the petal. So we have 4 double crochets, and now chain 4, and after the chain 4 we are going to make a single crochet through the space between the petals. So pull through the center part, and once you have 2 loops, pull through both the loops. So now chain 4 again, and then make 4 double crochets over the petal. So we will be repeating the same pattern over each of the petal. So the first one, as I said, will be under the chain here, and the second one will be on top of the first double crochet, and the third one will be on top of this second double crochet, and the fourth one will be under the last chain space. So under the chain make the fourth double crochet, and then chain 4 again, and make a single crochet between the 2 petals. So enter your hook through the center, pull a loop, and once you have 2 loops in the hook, pull through both the loops. So repeat this pattern over all the remaining petals, and as you can see, this is a simple pattern, but it gives a really nice effect where the center part of the flower is the white is visible, a bit of it is visible, and the top part has the brighter color. So repeat it and do it for the remaining petals. Here this is the last petal over which I'm working, and I'm going to make a chain of 4, and then as you can see we already have the single crochet in the middle, so I'm just going to make a slip stitch just to the back of that single crochet here. So I'm going to make a slip stitch first, and after that I'm going to chain 1 and pull it tight. So pull the yarn tight to turn it into a knot, and then trim off the tail yarn. So these 2 tail yarns, one at the center and one on top of the petal, we need to stitch the tail yarn, but before that we'll just pull the top tail yarn through the middle single crochet and tie it to the center tail yarn so that the tail yarns are more secure. And after this you can stitch or crochet in these 2 tail yarns. So here I'm just pulling the tail yarns through some of the existing stitches. Make sure that you are stitching the pink tail yarn over the pink part of the flower alone. So here the tail yarns are stitched. So now for the leaf and the branch, we are going to leave a long tail and then make a slip knot. Now using this slip knot, we are going to chain 10. So make sure to leave a long tail yarn and then make a slip knot and chain 10. So this chain 10 is chain of 10 is for our first leaf. So into the next chain, enter your hook and make a slip stitch. The following stitch, make one single crochet. Into the third stitch or third chain, make a half double crochet. Into the fourth, make a double crochet. The fifth, also make a double crochet, and the sixth chain also make a double crochet. Now again we will repeat in a backward manner. Make one half double crochet followed by a single crochet and then a slip stitch on the ninth chain. So this is one leaf that we have completed. So we're going to make another leaf on the other side. So we are going to chain 10 again, and we will be repeating the same pattern which we just did. So make a chain of 10 and you will start the pattern on the next stitch. So you'll have a total of 9 stitches or 9 chains to work on. So the first 3 will be like a slip stitch, a single crochet and a half double crochet. The next 3 will be 3 double crochets, and the last 3 of the 9 stitches or 9 chains will be a half double crochet followed by a single crochet followed by a slip stitch. So I have provided the pattern in the captions also, you can refer that as well. So this is the last stitch and I'm making a slip stitch here, and I will also make a slip stitch on the first leaf or the first chain or the first stitch of the first leaf, so that both the leaves are connected together. So now once we have the leaves done, we are going to now connect the leaves to the back side of our flower pattern. So this is how it will look, and so we are going to connect it to the back side. So the back side has this single crochets strands between the petals. So through one of them, insert your hook through one of them and pull a loop and make a slip stitch with the existing stitch, and then you can chain 1, and now we can make the branch, or we can chain 40 for the branch. So you can change the length of the chain based on your requirements. So if it is for a book of shorter length, you can chain less. So this chain will be based on the length of your book. So chain 40, and at the end of the chain I am planning to make 3 small leaves together. So for that, first make a chain of 2, then into the third chain make 1 double crochet, then make 1 treble crochet into the same chain or same stitch. So for treble crochet, you yarn over twice and pull through 2 loops 3 times. then make a chain 2 picot. So chain 2. Now insert your hook into the base 2 stitches and then pull through it and make a slip stitch. Now make a double crochet into the same stitch and chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. So this is the first leaf. So I'm going to make 2 more small leaves into the same stitch. So chain 2, make 1 double crochet. Now make a treble crochet, yarn over twice, pull under the stitch, pull through 2 loops 3 times, and now make a chain 2 picot. So for that, chain 2 first, and now into the base stitch insert your hook and pull a loop and make a slip stitch. Now make 1 more double crochet and then chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. So you repeat this pattern once more to get the third leaf, and now we have these 3 leaves kind of a pattern at the end of the bookmark. So here we are almost done with the bookmark. Now what we have to do is to stitch in the tail yarn. So at the end, or after the slip stitch, we're going to make 1 more slip stitch into the base of this branch. So make a slip stitch here, and after that chain 1, pull the yarn tight to make a knot, and then trim off the yarn. So here I have left a long tail because I want to show you how to stitch it in using a needle. So for the flower I had used a smaller crochet hook to stitch in the tail yarn. So you can do the same thing using a needle if you leave a longer tail yarn. So here, as you can see, I'm passing it through few of the existing stitches of the leaves, and once I have passed it through few stitches and I feel that the tail yarn is hidden and is secure, I'm just going to trim it off. So as you can see, the tail yarn is hidden now, and we have 1 more tail yarn which we had left at the beginning. So if you remember, at the beginning of the leaf pattern we had left a long tail and then started a chain. So the purpose of leaving this long tail yarn is to stitch the leaves and the branch properly to the back of the flower. So here, insert a hook through those pink strands and make few stitches over the leaves as well as over the branches. There is no right or wrong way of doing this. The whole point of doing this is to make sure that the leaves are stitched securely to the back of the flower, and also we want the branch to be stitched on top of the flower in a secure manner. And once you're done, you can place a knot and then pass through a few stitches and then trim it off. So as you can see, this is a much more secure way of having the leaves and the branch stitched to the back of the flower. And here our pretty little bookmarks are ready. You can make these in any combination of colors that you prefer. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. So do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on new videos, and give me a thumbs up, guys. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.